Welcome to Introverse.
Yeah. All right. Well, we were talking, and we thought we would try something a little bit different. Every once in a while, we would do a special The Introverse at the Movies episode.
I dig it. Yep, I dig it. That was our first podcast, was a movie.
It was.
And that's Robi's thing. It's Robi's thing.
Robi's thing.
It is Robi's thing. Yeah. We decided to do a movie episode in our very first Introverse at the Movies. Greg could not be with us this evening.
Yep. It happens. Life is busy.
I believe he's got a show, a gig. And so we again thank Hollipop for joining us.
Yep. Always a pleasure. I still want her to be on every show.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of trouble bringing the microphone out.
You're a good podcaster.
Am I?
You are. Yeah, you are.
Well, thank you.
She's got a great voice too.
Good voice. Good conversation. You call us on our bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah. I do.
Yep.
So for our first movie episode, we picked Unfrosted. This was kind of Holly's pick, but also B's pick.
I agree.
We had a couple of options. Yeah. And we went with Unfrosted, Jerry Seinfeld's movie directorial debut.
I liked it as our first pick because I love Jerry Seinfeld.
Yes,
Seinfeld.
B and I. Well, B, you specifically go back with Seinfeld
all the way
to the 90s.
Yeah,
watching his show from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm. I actually have a problem with it. I think I still watch it daily.
It's like an addiction.
It's just on my TV. It's just playing.
Yeah.
So, it's in the background.
Interesting.
It's like your comfort.
It is my comfort zone, So we're going through some stuff, put on some Seinfeld.
It probably makes it feel like home to you because it's so familiar.
Absolutely. Yep.
I was that way with Friends for a little bit. Like when I would get home from work.
Yeah, Friends is good.
Because it would always play in the afternoon at a certain time, and I would just have the TV on, and it would play Friends, Seinfeld, and King of the Hill or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I would just watch those shows like back to back, and that was kind of like my routine. I looked it up, and Jerry never directed an episode of Seinfeld, which is odd because usually
this was his directorial debut, wasn't it?
The only other thing he directed 2 of Colin Quinn's stand-up specials.
Serious? That's cool.
Yep.
I need to go back and check that out.
Yeah, and also an episode of Comedian.
His stand-up special.
Colin Quinn's stand-up specials, yeah.
How do you direct a stand-up special? Get up on the stage, stand up there, do it. All right, my job's done.
How many cameras did he use? Just one?
I think like camera placement.
Cut. You can't do that.
Redo that joke. I didn't like the way you did that one.
Say it with feeling.
You need to act more like me. No, he also directed an episode of Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. One episode. Other than that,
that's it.
This was his first.
I thought he would have
thing.
I love that show. Oh, I forgot about that show. I'm gonna start putting it on in the background.
And actually, it holds up. Rewatching the episodes, holds
it
up.
Does hold up. Yep.
Because it's just like a good hang with 2 comedians.
It's like a good podcast.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it is.
It is. It's a podcast,
but he didn't call it a podcast, and it was never released as that. But that's exactly what it is.
He made $1 bazillion from it.
Yeah,
exactly. That's the legit amount, bazillion.
I believe we have split the atom of breakfast. In the early 1960s, the American morning was defined by milk and cereal, and the 2 undisputed giants of the cereal world were Kellogg's and Post.
Major news from the breakfast world. The Post Cereal Company has reportedly invented a shelf-stable fruit pastry breakfast product.
No.
Yeah.
Boy.
It's Post. They did it.
I'm about to finally crush that big red K that never stops glaring at me. How do you think Post did it?
There's always a surprise inside the box.
I wonder if they use xanthan gum.
Xanthan.
We're about to have some very powerful people very upset.
You have to win. Are you making any progress?
It's not to scale, but...
What are you guys, 5 years old? Little John draws better than that. And I think there's something wrong with him.
How did it get this far?
It's breakfast. Things happen.
But I don't know if you guys know the story, but this whole Pop-Tart movie came from his stand-up bit.
Okay. I have not heard that stand-up bit.
Yeah, all that kind of over-dramatizing
the Pop-Tart.
The Pop-Tart.
Okay. That knowledge makes me even more disappointed in this movie. I hated this movie.
You
didn't like
hated it? Wow.
And the fact that it was based on his stand-up.
Okay, tell me you liked at least the funeral scene.
Which scene was the funeral scene? I hated it so bad I zoned out. Who died?
We watched it so long ago. Who died, Dustin?
We didn't watch it so long ago. It was like 3.5 weeks ago.
The Schwinn kid?
Yes, one of the taste pilots.
Look, here's the thing. The movie sucked. No, like I never here's my gauge. I never once laughed.
Really?
I never once thought, "Oh, that's funny." Because I can think a movie's funny, never have laughed, and suggest it and say that's a really funny movie,
right?
Having never actually laughed,
okay,
but never even said that's funny.
The only thing I liked was the funeral scene. I think
that's not true. That's not true. You enjoy the whole movie, and look, Holly and I watched the.
Do I? No, you can't speak for me.
He told me no when y'all watched it. This was months ago. He told me it was fantastic. Holly was laughing the whole time. I was laughing the whole time. You know, that's why I was like, couldn't wait to get in here and just shit all over it. Like, oh, they love this movie.
Well, that's only fair because I shit on so many movies that you guys love.
I'm so disappointed. It's amazing that I don't come in here and say how great it is because I love Jerry Seinfeld so much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
I'm surprised though that you didn't like
that.
it.
I just tricked myself into saying, "No, Brent, it's funny. It's funny, Brent. You like it." You know, like.
You thought your love for Jerry would cloud your judgment, and you would kind of forgive it.
I'm surprised it didn't cloud my judgment.
Right.
This is you know what this is. This proves Jerry Seinfeld is the king of comedy. He got so many big comedians. You know, he got big names. Freaking Bill Burr as JFK. That was actually really good. I liked Bill Burr as JFK. I think Bill Burr should play JFK in a movie.
Mm-hmm. That's another one of my favorite scenes.
A non-comedic movie. I thought that was good. I liked
Jim Gaffigan.
The Mad Men cameo. Never thought it was funny, though. I just said, I see what they're doing there.
Yeah.
I bet Holly likes that scene.
Actually, I didn't think that scene. My favorite scene was the funeral scene. That's the one that I was crying about. It made me cry because I was laughing so hard.
Any comedy that has at least one scene that makes me cry laughing, I'm going to give it a high rating, and no matter
what
the rest
scene made of
the movie could be absolute shit.
Laughing.
And if there's one scene,
I agree with you. I agree with that comment
because it's hard for me to laugh at a movie, and I don't know if it's because because I don't even think I had a beer.
We're older too. We've seen it all. You know,
that's true. Because here's the thing.
So that's why I appreciate. I tell myself, "Oh, that's funny." I didn't laugh. I'm older now. I've seen it all. It's funny. Didn't laugh. It's okay.
Right. Yeah.
What scene made you cry laughing?
The funeral scene.
It was the funeral scene.
Man,
okay.
What was I doing?
There's a thing. You probably went to the bathroom for that. Because here's the thing.
That's when you know it's not good because I don't pause it. Like, just keep it playing.
There's a lead up to it. There's a laugh before the funeral scene that kind of it's a shock.
Like how the guy died. Yeah.
Yeah. The way the guy dies.
It exploded.
He gets blown up. In testing the Pop-Tart. And it's a ridiculous scene. I mean, it's shot like they're testing the moon landing equipment.
That's probably why I stepped away.
Yeah. Jack McBrayer from 30 Rock is Steve Schwinn, and he's doing
fantastic.
He's doing the testing or whatever of the Pop-Tart, and he puts it in the toaster, and then something happens, and he disintegrates, like he blows up, and it's not
his oxygen tube comes undone, and it sprays into the toaster.
Yes. He explodes, and at first you're like, oh, and you think you're going to see a shot of him that's like a cartoon, like Wile E. Coyote, like he's
and
burnt.
The other guy comes out,
and it's like, no, there's pieces of him everywhere.
Yeah,
and so I started chuckling for that because I was not expecting them to go that dark. And then the next scene,
but it wasn't even that dark.
But wait, the next scene is his funeral, and dude,
okay, what was the? Tell me. I will go back and watch the funeral.
The mascots.
Oh my god!
They
really?
pour cereal in his grave and then milk.
I do. I remember that.
dude.
I remember that.
Just when something
because I was away from the TV. I remember now, and I looked over and I said, "That's fucking stupid."
And then the speech that the guy is giving, I don't remember what it is, but it was I was dying. And then Holly started laughing, and then we were looking at each other and laughing together. And it was just I'll
give that one scene another
cracking
try.
Up.
I laugh at the stupidest things.
And
though.
look,
I will admit to that.
I like stupid things though. There's nothing wrong with stupid comedy.
No,
Dumb and Dumber is one of my favorite comedies.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber is one of my favorites. Yeah, Dumb and Dumber is one of my favorites, and that is one of the
100%
stupidest movies. But this movie is really intelligent. Like there's so many.
No, it's not.
Quick jokes. There's so many fast,
intelligent
jokes, dude. The political satire that's in this movie about the Cold War. He's got a January 6th reference, dude. He's got the guy dressed as
I get it. I got all of the jokes.
The French fries and the ketchup holding, and he's like, "Don't let me go. I'll never let you."
You know what
go.
I liked? Let me tell you what I liked. Is what's her name? Is it
Melissa McCarthy?
Melissa McCarthy. McCarthy.
Yes.
I get her confused with Jenny McCartney. Oh,
Jenny McCarthy.
McCartney.
No, they're both McCarthy.
Who's Jenny McCartney?
From the 90s?
No.
That's Jimmy McCarthy. That's
Jenny
McCarthy.
McCarthy. They're both McCarthy. Yeah, they're sisters.
There's no McCartney?
There's no Jenny McCartney.
No, there's Paul McCartney, and he's got a daughter named.
There might be a Jenny McCartney, and she might be hot.
McCarthy.
So hey,
Jennifer McCarthy. Anyway, all right, whatever. So it's when she's first introduced, and she's working for NASA.
Yes,
and they're videotaping the NASA moon landing. And she's making so look, I'm laughing at it because I'm telling it funnier than it actually was. She's making the food, like space food. It was like the way they described it was, we're doing all of this because we're going to make millions off of the food.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's tangy. Oh, that's a good name. We'll call it Tang. You know, God, that's such a stupid joke.
I will say with the stupidest jokes,
but it was, because it was all recorded. Like, the moon landing was fake,
right?
And he's like, they're not gonna. Of course not. They're not gonna land on the moon. Let's go. I thought that was kind of a cool little thing. Yeah, I was like, that's nifty.
No, to me, the dumbest joke in the entire movie was the Pop Trat, where they named it Pop Trat because they misheard.
That was so stupid.
And then
I was like, of course they said that.
They did the whole thing so the Walter Cronkite could have the silly putty.
The ravioli was stupid.
Ravioli.
But see, I like the ravioli.
Ravioli was stupid.
I like the ravioli.
The pretty boy with the little aluminum pants was stupid.
But Jerry Seinfeld said, I made this movie because I wanted to. I don't even care if people like it. I just wanted to make this movie.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
But look, here's the thing. Here's the thing that the mindset, because I think you were going into this.
He's hedging his bet.
You were going into this thinking it was going to be like Seinfeld.
No, I didn't.
No,
I knew it wasn't. I saw enough.
Okay,
I knew what this was.
Because here's the thing: if you go in knowing. After the first few scenes of the movie, I knew this is the goofiest kind of satire. It's like Airplane, Scary Movie.
But here's the thing. Okay, Airplane, right? That was an adult movie. There were adult jokes.
There were adult jokes. There were lots of adult jokes in here.
There wasn't that many. There was no adult jokes in there. No, there weren't.
Dude, there's like references to cunnilingus, like John Hamm is basically that whole scene where they're basically talking about the warming, the pastries, taking the sleeve off because it's
presented so innocently.
That's the point.
It's so innocently, like.
So Brent wants more
and it's
sex
2024. Like,
but
he wanted this movie so that those jokes would be for the adults, and then the kids could still watch it and enjoy it.
But go back and watch Toy Story. Toy Story is a kids movie with adult jokes, and it's funny and it's great, and the adults get it. This didn't do that.
I agree. I think it did though. I
kids
enjoyed
would sit down and think this movie sucked.
I enjoyed this movie.
Okay.
Look, I was expecting to hate it too because I don't normally like goofy kind of. This is a cartoon.
I forced him to watch it.
Yeah, I was so excited.
Yeah,
when I saw, I was like, "What? What is this? Is it a documentary? Is it a show? Is it a movie?" I was excited.
And look, here's the thing. Here's the other thing that I push back against. A lot of people were like, Seinfeld's a horrible actor and he's never been any good.
Of course he's a horrible actor. Who cares, though? That's not the
But
point.
I would argue that this is his absolute best performance he's ever given in this movie.
God, really, dude? This is one of the things I thought. This is horrible acting.
Because it's a cartoon,
I mean, it's not saying much. It's not saying much.
He acts like a cartoon. Like, he's not acting like a real...
He set up the movie around his acting.
Yes. And he surrounded himself with a bunch of better actors. But his energy level is off the charts in this movie. I mean, the guy, think about it. The guy's 68, 69 years old when he was shooting this. And he still seems
listen
like
to what you're saying.
He just stepped off the set of Seinfeld.
Listen to what you're saying. He's 68. His energy level is fantastic. It's off the charts.
Yes, for Seinfeld, I thought.
Dude, Harrison Ford went and make a new Indiana Jones and he's 97.
He's 80.
He's 97.
You're impressed?
Well, that was a subpar Indiana Jones.
And this was a subpar anything. You're impressed by his energy levels.
Those kids in the dumpster, whenever he sees,
dude, Harrison Ford would kick his ass.
I'm not. It's not. He's not playing that type of character. He's not going on an adventure here. He's just trying
to go on an adventure at this point to get my respect back. No, I'm just kidding. I still love the man.
Look,
who cares if you make a crappy movie?
Inside the garbage dumpster when he goes.
I hated that.
Yeah, I didn't like kids.
The kids were great. That little girl was
hated
like
that. That was the worst. That was like
those kids were annoying.
What did that remind me of, Holly? Those kids reminded me of something. Wasn't Charlie? I got a Charlie in the Chocolate Factory vibe.
A little bit.
Kind of.
They reminded me of the kids from Christmas Vacation, which I love Christmas Vacation, but I didn't like the kids in the movie.
A little dirty.
What about the 5 serial families? The mafia.
Oh yeah, the Milkman Mafia.
Milkman. No. I'll tell you what I thought was clever.
That was great. You got to admit the Milk Mafia was great.
The Milk Mafia, the Christian Slater. that was perfect. I really like Christian Slater.
Who doesn't?
I'll tell you what was clever for the award ceremony. Quaker Oats. And I never thought about Quaker Oats being a religious thing. And it is, though.
Yes, it's Quaker. There's a Quaker on the box.
And it has a Quaker on the box with the hat and everything. But it's just, you've seen it since you were born and you don't even register it anymore. It just comes in and out. And that's what, like, when I try to, like, in my fantasies where I'm a comedian, you know, and I think, wow, how can I not notice something so blatantly in front of my face and make fun of it?
Yep.
But
that's Seinfeld's comedy. That's why I thought the movie was full of that type of stuff.
Yeah, but it just wasn't. It wasn't funny.
Well,
there was
but look,
like that. Look, there's good little there's little things, and
I had a smile on my face for almost the entire film. And to me, that
were you masturbating? Just watching it.
Just watching it.
Okay, because
come on, Hugh Grant as Tony the Tiger, dude.
Hugh Grant's fantastic. But like, how stupid was it? How they? Oh no, it's great. Oh my god! Like,
but that's how it was supposed to be. Stupid. Like, I don't, I can't judge it for being stupid because that was the goal. Like, it's trying to be as stupid as possible and as colorful as possible.
But it wasn't funny. Stupid.
Hey Brent, did you like have you ever seen the IT Crowd?
Yes, but I haven't watched it like fully,
So
but
you weren't
I'm
a
aware
big fan of it.
It didn't stick. I was a fan of it. Like, I watched little bit I saw, and it was stupid, kind of, but it didn't stick for me. So yeah, maybe so.
I love that too. It's my favorite TV show.
It's one of Holly's favorite shows.
Yeah, I bet I could go back and watch it, and I would be okay with it.
I don't think you would be. If you didn't like this movie, I don't think you would like the IT Crowd. It's because it's the same type of humor. I don't know why
I like that kind of stuff.
Look, there are episodes of the IT Crowd
but you
that are
can do it
great.
better. Like, maybe it was the innocence of the topic.
Yeah,
a Pop-Tart.
It's
so how can you make a but
you
don't
want
think
it to be
Pop-Tart
grittier?
Can be,
but the whole when you revolve around IT, there's all kind of dark corners there, and just not the dark corners, but the people that work in IT, which the characters in it, man, they're freaking Next level nerds, man.
But see, I feel like this movie I feel like it got dark. I feel like the whole QAnon, dude, the mascots raided the place and there was a battle. Like,
okay.
It was goofy, but it was at the same time, it was also poking fun at our governments and like our history and like the whole nuclear thing. And
I like all that. Yeah, it was good. I was like, yeah, cool.
I thought it was very clever. I wasn't expecting it to be as clever as it was, like getting the insight.
I'll give it that. It was clever. It was clever, but clever doesn't make me laugh.
Dude, here's the darkest part. The darkest part, the very end of the film when he's finishing up the story, and he just casually mentions when he was on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson that Andy Warhol came out and shot him in the freaking chest. And he was saved by the foil packet in his pocket.
That was the stupidest thing for me.
But how dark is that? Andy Warhol comes out and shoots the guy. Like,
I didn't like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Either,
like, there's just there's this very kind of cynical edge to it that I feel like isn't normally in Seinfeld's comedy.
I liked the Milkman Mafia and
the foil's not bulletproof, man.
What are your feelings on Pop-Tarts?
Do you even like Pop-Tarts?
I've consumed so many Pop-Tarts in my life. Not anymore because they'll kill you.
Yeah, they're processed and have all kinds
so
of
bad
emulsifiers.
But up until my 30s, like through my 20s, that was my breakfast every day, Pop-Tart.
I ate a lot of Pop-Tarts.
And we were so, I grew up unhealthy. My family is obese growing up. We would put the Pop-Tarts in the toaster, or sometimes we'd be too lazy for that. We'd just microwave them. Get it 20 seconds in the microwave. And screw the crunchy. We want it soft and mushy. But we would put butter on it. That's how unhealthy we were.
Butter on a Pop-Tart?
Butter on the Pop-Tart. Put that thing in the microwave. The butter melts through it. And it's all saturated with butter. Try it. It's actually fantastic.
I want to die. You're trying to really ruin my diet.
It's fantastic, but it's not good for a diet. Don't even eat a Pop-Tart. But
no, I don't buy them anymore.
But that was a normal thing.
It's not any more weirder than putting butter on a peanut butter sandwich. That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. No, it's a weird thing putting butter on it.
Well, yeah, but wait a minute though. Was it because you put it in the toaster and it was like a piece of toast, and so you had to put butter on it after?
Yeah, I guess. And then we would just screw the toaster and slap some butter and throw it in the microwave.
Okay.
20 seconds.
What flavor did you usually get?
Strawberry, frosted. Screw unfrosted.
Yeah.
What kind of sociopath eats? That's what it is. Who eats unfrosted? Sociopath.
This is why you don't like the movie, because of the title. If he had called this movie Frosted, you would have been a fan.
Maybe. What is this? Like when you accidentally buy it. What is this?
What happens when you accidentally buy Country Squares, the Post version?
That's just wrong to act. Like, I don't think I would accidentally buy that.
You know, there is a Seinfeld episode where he pulls out Pop-Tarts out of his pantry and he says, "Oh, what is this? It's sugar-free or fat-free or something." And he throws it away. It's like a diet version.
Foreshadowing.
I liked the fruit ones.
Yeah.
Strawberry, blueberry.
Cherry was mine.
Cherry. Like the cinnamon felt too desserty for me, which is crazy because they're all like pure sugar.
Yeah.
You know, that would be my dessert Pop-Tart. You know, I'd save that for after dinner.
Right.
You know,
I like the cinnamon.
My dessert Pop-Tart, the s'mores. Yeah, the cinnamon was good, but I had to, that was a dessert.
Like cinnamon.
I would usually go for strawberry, and
now if you were rich, you had the toaster strudels.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, those came out later.
What do you think of those? Those are freaking phenomenal.
That's bougie, man.
You got to put your own frosting on those.
Yeah.
They're flaky. Bite into that thing. Mm.
And then if you want something salty, you have the toaster scramblers.
Those are legit too. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get the scrambler on one side.
Why are you whispering?
You get the scrambler on one side, the strawberry strudel on the other. Mm.
All right.
Heaven.
Final thoughts on Unfrosted. I think we got Brent's general gist. Holly, what did you think of the movie?
I like your new rating system.
Oh, that's right. I've got this is the rollout of the Introverse movie rating system.
So much better than TLV cast rating system.
Let me pull that back
Holly,
up.
did you come up with it?
No.
I'm surprised. I thought you came up with it.
No. Let me find it.
I used a few of my brain cells.
Really good, Roby.
Oh, she's trying to find it. Okay, so basically it's based off of the 4-star rating system. If you think a movie was great, as an introvert, you would say, I'm going to leave the house, surround myself with other people at a theater to see this.
That's
So
kind of
good.
wordy, though.
It's okay. So good.
It's okay.
You're getting out there.
Yeah, exactly. It's so good, I'm going to go out to the biggest screen I can find to watch this movie. Next, for 3 stars, we've got I will consume this on the biggest screen in my house with friends.
That's
Still
the one
good.
I choose for that one. But except for Brent, because I know Brent wouldn't enjoy it. He'd bring us all down. This is so stupid. But
Okay, you would be like maybe 2.5, so you would consume it at your house, but maybe just by yourself or with one person.
No, I would
What's the
make
next one?
you watch it with me.
Okay, the next one, which would be 2 stars, is you watch it on your phone in the bathroom alone. Which is kind of depressing, but
Oh my god.
I watch some good stuff in the bathroom alone.
Yeah, but that goes back to our first conversation.
I can't watch movies on my phone. It just doesn't work for me. It's too small of a screen.
I'll put Netflix in my phone in bed. Like if I can't fall asleep and I'm like turning and my laptop's not in bed with me, which that sounds weird. It's not a weird masturbation thing, I promise.
You'll just put Unfrosted on and
I'll pull my phone and I'll put Seinfeld on Netflix on my phone. Yeah.
Okay. And then, so that's 2 stars, watching on your phone in the bathroom alone. 1 star is don't bother, your inner thoughts are better entertainment.
Yeah.
So where do you fall for this movie?
1 star.
1 star.
Just stick to your own thoughts. I could imagine. I would have rather sat down for an hour and a half and played it and created my own movie in my head and just watched it in my head.
Or more episodes of Seinfeld that you'd already seen.
Yeah. 1 star. I hated it.
I'm gonna go 3 stars. I'm gonna go consume this on the screen in your house.
Yeah.
With
I don't
a
think
loved
it's
one.
even if I liked it, there would no way I would have went to a theater. It's hard now to say I'm going to the theater for a comedy.
Yeah. Well, that's because they don't make good comedies anymore. But I was pleasantly surprised. I was expecting
You said it,
this
not me.
movie.
You said it. He just said it, not me.
I'm just saying, as a general rule, they don't make a lot of good comedies anymore. Yeah. But that's why I was expecting this movie to suck. And also, I had read some negative reviews.
Maybe that's what it was. Your expectation was low.
It is very hard for me to enjoy a comedy. I was shocked that I was getting as much of a kick out. I thought Jim Gaffigan was amazing as Kellogg, Edsel Kellogg III. I thought he was great.
He's always good.
I love his stand-up.
His stand-up's phenomenal. Yeah, he's funny, man. Unfrosted.
For sure. I was shocked, though, because I thought you were going to like it because of how big of a Seinfeld fan you are.
Yeah, me too.
Because I felt like the humor was Seinfeldian. Like, all of the humor was very much Jerry. It was very much that
But it wasn't
style.
based on reality. His comedy is always based on reality.
But he also does leaps
it's the weird things in reality. These connections
but he also
in
does
reality.
he does metaphors, though, with,
but not Pop-Tarts. I like the little jabs they took at like Raisin Bran.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I liked what I liked? The grape nut joke.
Great.
Because I liked grape nuts. And they were something along the lines of, we figured out Pop-Tarts because it was in the dumpster. And they were like, oh, that's how we came up with grape nuts. I was like, clever.
Yeah.
That's the most I'll give it is clever.
Okay.
There was clever jokes. He got all these big names, man. That just goes to show you, like, he's so big. He's so big. It doesn't matter how much the movie sucked. They didn't read the script. They were just like, Jerry Seinfeld's doing it. Yes.
The Milkmen Mafia were implicated in the assassination of JFK at the end of this movie.
I know, they finally solved the assassination.
In and of itself, I thought was a brilliant little spin, because I was like, this movie is going for it. Like there was no joke they came up with where he was like, you know what, that's a little bit too much. We're not going to go there. We
might have really liked it though, because we found out that milkmen still exist. because
Huh?
when we went to see Will's got
Really?
this little crate on his porch.
He's a milkman?
Yep.
Yes. And they can get milk delivered to their house.
And ice
still.
cream.
And ice cream.
What's the milkman look like? What's the baby look like?
We didn't actually get to see the milkman. He didn't show up, but they had the bottles of
Keep
milk.
it in mind. Like, oh no, I'm the milkman. Hey, Mr. Will.
Did he look like
Just
Christian
dropping off
Slater?
some milk. Like, is it warm milk?
No, it's because
like,
they have a cool, like a little ice chest, basically, that they keep on
Is
their
he
front
dropping
porch.
it off for the baby?
No.
This is like whole milk.
It's just a service that you pay money and then they'll deliver the milk and everything.
Yeah, it's like a monthly subscription.
I guess if you're a milk aficionado.
Fred Armisen played Mike Punts in this movie. Mike Punts.
Yeah.
The names in this movie, man. If you go through the names of the characters,
Yeah, they're clever.
pretty
right?
good. Pretty good. You know who wasn't funny in this movie? Snap, Crackle, and Pop. I did not
hated
like
them.
them.
They were stupid. Because
They
I
got-
loved Snack Crackle Pop when I was growing up.
I didn't like those.
You know why that was so great growing up? Because you're eating the cereal and you hear it. Look at it. You hear it. You hear
Yeah.
it. That's them.
Yeah, I also didn't like the whole cartel where he goes to buy all the sugar from El Sucre.
That was stupid.
I didn't like that part.
I liked that.
I thought they could have kept that out. Yeah.
This is why I liked it. Because sugar is actually more addictive than cocaine.
It is.
That yes.
And that is actually the truth. That was the play. That was the truth. Boom.
That was the clever play. Yes.
We pumped the country full of drugs and y'all don't even know it.
Exactly. We didn't mention Peter Dinklage, Tyrion from Game of Thrones, as the leader of the milk mafia. But yeah, man. So there's a lot of stuff I liked about this movie, and I'm gonna give it 3 stars.
Okay. Wish we would have went with Watchmen. Oh, Holly, if you've never seen, have you seen The Watchmen, Holly?
Is it a comic book movie? I would totally
Yes,
dump
but it's
on that.
next level.
I would dump on it, guys.
No,
I would.
No, you won't.
It's the only
promise
good
you
movie
won't.
Zack Snyder has made, but it's because he copied the comic
dude,
exactly.
It's the only good movie. 300.
Have you watched it lately?
Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah, it doesn't hold up. It's very cartoonish. I liked Unfrosted
He
more than
made it
300.
after a comic book. Of course, it's cartoonish. He made it like frame for frame.
It's too slow motion though.
Beautiful.
Like everything is slow motion. It's like
slow motion is sexy,
But
Dustin.
once you've seen it, and then you watch it again, you're like, okay, I know
watched
what's
it
going to
several
happen at the
times.
end of this slow motion, and so get to the point.
I'm gonna purposefully go watch it again and prove you wrong. Actually, oh my god.
He's gonna get his TV, put it in front of the screen, and we're gonna watch it right now. Did he just leave?
All right. I like 300 so much just this week. This week. Coincidence we say this. I just went by the actual graphic novel. Because
Look,
it's so fantastic.
The graphic novel is great,
But the movie is a great adaptation, dude.
but it's so green screen looking now.
You're the only person in the world
I don't think
that's
so.
going to say this.
Look, I
think
went to see it
so.
at the theater. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
The whole thing is green screen.
Exactly.
There was only one scene that was not green screen.
I know this. And
The horses.
Yep. But here's the thing. When I try to watch it now, I just see it.
Is it because it's on your big fancy TV?
I don't know, man. It just
Because that sucks, right? Like we had that conversation. You taught me how to
no,
dumb
because
down
I have my TV set up right. It looks great. Like the visuals look great. It's just the slow
So what's your
motion and
point?
like getting to the point of like, okay, and then everybody made so much fun of like this is Sparta. It became a meme.
This is Sparta.
Yeah, exactly. It just gets, I don't know, man. It's I guess because I've seen it like 2 or 3 times at this point, and it's when you try to watch it now, it just seems like a cartoon.
Have you seen it, Holly?
300?
Yeah.
No, I don't think.
I don't
she's seen
think
that.
so.
No.
Okay, we're gonna watch 300. We're gonna watch Watchmen. We'll watch Justice League Snyder Cut.
We're gonna watch all the Zack Snyder
Screw that.
movies.
I don't want to watch that. Definitely Watchmen. 300's fantastic. I think you would like both of those.
Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead is actually one of his best films.
Of course. Oh, okay. Okay.
That's a really good movie.
His first.
It's a remake, but it's really good. Are we good?
Wow. I'm not ending this good. Like, you just praised Unfrosted and said 300 sucks. Like,
I think he burned a bridge.
dude.
No, he's just questioning.
Go check your testosterone levels.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Well, look, I'm getting older, so it probably is less now than when I first watched 300. I'll give you that.
What's 300 about?
It's about the 300 Spartans.
I might like it. I liked it when we watched.
Actually,
it's 300 sexy ass men.
Yeah, half naked men.
Ridiculously.
Wait, this is why
they have
it.
like so many acts. It's ridiculous.
I would rather see naked women than men. I know that sounds weird.
There's naked women too. There's
not
naked women too.
Though. It's not an equal playing field.
No. I want Holly's opinion now.
Okay.
We're gonna do a 300 episode. We're gonna do a watch. We could do it all in one. Zack Snyder.
It'll be the Zack Snyder episode.
Snyder episode.
Yeah.
We call it the Zack Snyder cut.
Look, the first time I saw 300, I thought it was great. I went to see it with my brother. I thought it was great. I'm just saying the last time I tried to watch it, I didn't even make it to the end because I was like...
Maybe it's just a little too artsy for you. It's a little too artistic, you know.
Yes, after the 8th time of the slow motion sword.
Now it's 8 times you've seen it.
No, I'm saying things that happen in the movie repeatedly, people moving, like slashing people in slow motion and like jumping up in the air.
But it captures the comic book frame.
It does. I realize that.
Like the picture,
I'm saying for rewatchability,
like, oh, look at that! It's the same frame as the comic book.
It's great, and that's the exact same thing he did with Watchmen. That's why I think it is two of his better.
Watchmen is fantastic.
Yeah, Watchmen. He succeeded.
I'm actually reading that graphic novel right now.
That's a great graphic novel. I have that one too. Yep. I actually don't have the 300 one though, but we'll if we do this, we'll talk about it more.
So Robi loves Unfrosted, hates 300. Check and check.
I don't hate 300.
Hey, this is Greg from the Introverse podcast. You can follow us on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to podcasts. We're also on Introverse Pod on social media. Thank you so much for listening.
What he said.
Yep, nailed it.
Boom.